The new Apple Watch Series 10 is here. It has the biggest display ever. It's also the thinnest Apple Watch ever, making it even more comfortable on your wrist. And it's the fastest charging Apple Watch, getting you 8 hours of charge in just 15 minutes. Introducing the all-new Apple Watch Series 10, now available for the first time in glossy jet black aluminum. Compared to previous generation, iPhone XS or later required. Charge time and actual results will vary.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means? It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop Black Friday week starting November 21st.
Welcome to Sara Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you tune in a bit of a different type of show. My goal on this show is to shine a light on American open wounds, showcase those urgently attempting to stop the bleeding, and hopefully inspire some folks to unlock opportunities to do the same. Guys, welcome to another week of Sara Talk Solutions. As such, welcome. You are speaking to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B. every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can jump on the website, which is theblog105.com. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Welcome. Here's to another great show, another great week installed. I'm excited to share. I have lots to share, lots to discuss. Bring it on. Come on and just shoot me an email, drop me a text. My email, which is theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. My email and my text number is 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, you can drop me a text, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Also, you can jump on the website, which is theblog105.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's go. Welcome to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You can jump on the website as well, theblog105.com. My show's on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, you're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your wonderful, amazing host. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You can jump on the website, which is theblog105.com. I'm on every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. Guys, we're talking about an amazing, which it is, as you can hear by my accent and by my tone and by just my carefree, don't, give a damn attitude. I'm an Australian in LA as such, and I get numerous and wonderful emails from everyone and all sorts of people. In a sense of, are you a real Aussie? Yes, I am a real Aussie. You can't fake this. I'm the real deal. You know what I mean? In a sense of, originally from Sydney, Australia. I left the whole of USA. Left the whole of Sydney, Australia to come out, as an actor. Now I have my own podcast, which is great because I get to talk about everything and anything. It's my show. I get to have a wonderful guests that come along. I get wonderful emails, and wonderful texts just to say, support. So, let's devour and let's get into Aussies in film. The mission is to foster and growth and quality of Australian powerful exports. Creativity. Charlie's with a creative co-working space, networking events hub, and leading international industry incubator. And then there's industry programs. One of the aims to provide global creative tracks for historical, excluded and undercover Australian creatives to tell their stories to the world. Yes. I have a great and an interesting, diverse background. Both of my parents are Egyptian. They left Egypt, in the 70s, and they did that whole arranged marriage thing where my father married my mother, which was, set up. And then obviously they moved and they migrated to Australia, and that's where I grew up, Sydney, Australia. So I love sharing and talking and discussing my upbringings. As such, I have such a diverse and different range where people just don't know how to take it because they've just never come across me before. Australians in film, as I was saying, the mission is to foster and grow the quality of the people, as such. So it was founded in May 2001. Australians in Film in LA, based a non-profit film, television, digital content foundation, whose mission is to increase the quality and growth of Australian creativity globally by opening doors to Hollywood or in Hollywood for its members and partners. Via professional development programs, screening, networking, industry sessions, either in person or online. So, we've got people, the board members. You can just jump online, the website, which is australiansinfilm.org. It tells you, who's the chair, the deputy chair, the treasurer, the head of global client strategy. You got the director, original films, Netflix. You got creative, actress, publisher. You have all, amazing people that, grew up in Oz, but obviously left. And this is what it is. We need to be around, and being around creative souls and creative people. You can join the website, or you can join, the website, which is aussiesinfilm.org. For our members, AFI, or I should say AFI, that's American Film Institute. I meant AiF, which is Australians in Film, hosts a number of screenings, online, in-person networking events, the industry sessions. Australians in Film runs Untapped, Talented Getaway, Global Producers Exchange. These three programs presented by Screen Australia and supported by Screen New South Wales, or NSW, Vic Screen Queensland, and South Australia's Film Corporation, and available to everyone currently residing in Australia. So you've got, Australians in Film also runs and manages the prestigious Heath Ledger Scholarship, which over the past 13 years have helped launch the international careers of numbers of Australian actors. It is available to Australian actors, 18 years and older. The Australians in Film, based at Charlie, which is a shared workspace in the writing building of the Lot Studios in West Hollywood. Charlie is the bespoke hub for business, collaboration and networking in the Australian screen community in LA. Is funded in Screen New South Wales, Vic Screen and South Australian Film Corporation. If you want to use the space, you need to contact our space above. That's great. So many Australians in Film members are active voting members of groups which is at Academy of Motion Picture, Arts, Science, Screen Actors Guild, Hollywood Foreign Press Association, and Directors Guild of America. AFI board directors includes predominant industry creatives and executives. Australians in Film has supported the Screen Australia Screen NSW, Vic Screen, South Australia Film Incorporation, as well as leading companies such as Oz Film, Animal Logic and Renner and Associates. The Australians in Film are more than 1,500 members, mixed actors and filmmakers with key American industry members. So it's just interesting what this is all about. Australians in Film, jump on the website, which is australiansinfilm.org. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. You can drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Guys, we're talking about Australians in Film. As such, there's an amazing website as such, which is Australians in Film, which was founded back in 2001. Australians in Film in LA, based a non-profit film, TV, and digital content foundation whose mission is to increase the quality and growth of Australian creativity globally by opening the doors in Hollywood for its members and partners. So in saying that, by all means, you can jump on the website, which is australiansinfilm.org. You can join, you can be a member, which is great. It's a good networking place, good place to kind of, just to listen and engage and just to actually just come together to actually, collaborate and just talk and see what other people are working on, what other projects they're working and where they're heading to. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B. You can also jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, you can shoot me a text, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Best website, which is theblog105.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. I'm Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. Yeah, you're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can drop me an email, drop me a text. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Greetings. Hello. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, we're talking about Australians in film, where you can jump on their website, which is the australiansinfilm.org. Which, founded back in May 2001, where they have amazing, events, programs, partners, the founder, donations, become a member, all that kind of good stuff. I got an email this morning, where they have an event that's coming up, as such, where I'm like, okay, yes. And I'm all about, supporting and getting onto it, in a sense of, just staying on top of it in a sense of being for the networker, because I'm such a little networker. Australians in film, network member coffee, so talking talent with Stride Management, Matt Shelton. Thursday, November 21st, 10 a.m. to 12, West Hollywood. So it's network members. So what it is a network members. Join us in the morning coffee, powered by, friends in Bluestone Lane. This month, we welcome a special guest, Matt Shelton, talent manager with Stride Entertainment. We'll chat with Matt about how to manage and how you can help your career, how to find new talent and opportunities, and advise, clients to do between gigs. So, it all depends, how you do it, how you approach it, all that kind of good stuff. In a sense of, because it is a lot, especially living in LA, the people are just ruthless. As such, it's just really hard, trying to, be an artist and trying to stay on top of it, in a sense of, it's just, I can't explain it, because I'm just going through some housing issues, some mold issues as such. And, I applied for a few programs and they cashed in my check, and it's made me fallen behind in rent, and it's not a good position to be in, because the messages, the emails, it's just nasty. It is just nasty, and it's not a good place to be in, and I'm not in a good space. But I must take each day as it comes. I must stay on top of it. I must stay focused. I must stay, on top of it, in a sense of just be in a good headspace. I'm not going to allow this to get the better of me. I'm not. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblogsaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, you can drop me a text, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You're listening to the one and only The Block. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm always, available to listen, with the emails, the responses. My email, which is theblogsaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Ms. Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Guys, we're talking about, Australians in film, which I am. I'm an Aussie in LA, which it is just amazing, in a sense of just being able to work in the industry, to be in the country where they have so much to offer. I can't emphasize it enough. Me coming from another country, it's hard to actually explain, because our work and the studios, it's just not happening. You can jump on the website, which is, australiansinfilm.org. There's a members networking coffee talent meeting next week, which is, talking talent with Stride Management, Matt Sheldon. Thursday, November 21st, 10 a.m. Start, which will be in West Hollywood. As such, So you can actually, RSVP, location will be provided after the RSPV. Directions on parking will be sent prior to the event. The invitation is not transferable. So obviously they're going to, all that good stuff in a sense. And I'm looking at all the sponsors, it's just, obviously me being from Oz, it's just bringing me back memories, in a sense of, the good old, just the Australians, which it is Australians in TV. So the networking members join us for the morning coffee powered by friends at Bluestone Lane. So this month we will be welcoming a special guest, which will be Matt Shelton. Matt started his career in assistant in L&K Entertainment after interning at CAA, ICM, and Gersh while a student at the Vanderbilt University. A promotion at the age of 24 made him the youngest talent manager in Hollywood at that time. Matt had a 4-year stint as a manager at Link, and then at 2018 became the youngest owner of management company, which co-founded Stride Management. As such, became one of the most fastest growing talent management companies. Also expanded into production space while representing established actors like Nicolas Cage, Emil Hirsch. Matt still prides himself on breaking new talent, including young actors, especially great Aussie ones. Yes, especially great Aussie ones. That's what it is, great Aussie talent. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B. You can also jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You're listening to the Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text at 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, drop me a text. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, as I was saying to you earlier with my housing, I am exposed to some really bad toxic when I say toxic, like some real bad mold, in a sense of they said they want to address it. They did send someone out and they just wiped it down. I went ahead and actually got a mold inspection report because it's just unacceptable. I've actually applied with, the health department, and their excuse is it's out of their jurisdiction, which I'm like, this is crazy because I've been living and breathing it for the last couple of years. I didn't realize why I was so down and out, why I was so depressed, why I was so exhausted, I was tired. I just didn't understand what was going on in my world. I just really, really deep down and honestly, I just didn't know, and it's scary because There'll be days where I just don't want to get out of bed because of the health, and it's just depressing and it's down and out, and I just can't explain it enough. It's just horrible, horrible, horrible. I can't believe they're allowed, to get away with it, in a sense of like it's costing my health. You know what I mean? It's just not right, and it's not fair, like in a sense of how they're getting away with it. And I didn't realize it's a thing. It's a thing, having this toxin or toxic mold. I didn't understand why I was getting so sick and why so, just depressed. The mold symptoms of exposure and risks and more. Mold, the symptoms and exposure, risk and more. What is mold? Mold can cause health problems, especially for those whose allergies or asthma. To avoid mold in your house, take action to eliminate it yourself or hire a professional indeed. Which it is runny nose, eye interrogation, sneezing, depression, all that coughing. It is horrible, horrible, and more horrible. Skin rash is just, if you have mold allergies or chronic lung conditions such as asthma, you're at risk more severe symptoms and complications. If you happen to spot mold in your home, you can take steps to remove mold yourself by using commercial products or soap and water. It's a big job, and only if you have respiratory problems, a professional contractor can safely remove mold and make necessary repairs. I'm actually, just out there in a sense of where it is absolutely scary, and more scary. I'm just can't believe this is what's happening. Yeah, having mold, touching, molds can cause allergies, which is just horrible. It is horrible, horrible, and more horrible. Like me living through it and not really understand at the time, which I'm going through it, where I was exhausted, literally tired, had no energy, and just itches and scratches, and it's grown through my clothes. It is horrible. It's not a good place to be in, especially if it's growing. Growing in your house. Growing in my apartment. You're likely to find mold growing in its darkest, dampest spaces. More than a cosmetic problem, mold can damage your home and contribute to health issues. You can, which it is, get an exam. Types of mold most likely find in your home, the potential effects on your health, and how to get rid of mold. So what is mold? That's the thing. When I saw it growing through my clothes and my bag, I didn't understand what was going on, what was happening. So mold is an organism that part of a fungi family. It grows indoors as well as outdoors. Outside, mold is important part of the ecosystem. They can help break down plants and animal matters. When mold grows inside, it can sometimes be problematic. It can cause allergies and infections in some people. It all depends, on what's going on and what's happening. There's all types of mold. Multiple types of mold can grow in the same area. You can always tell the difference between types of mold without testing. Fortunately, you don't need to know the types of mold to get rid of it. The most common indoor molds, which is chloropronism. Oh boy, I can't even pronounce that. The mold is brown, green, or black, grows both warm and cold location. The most often found on wood, carpet, and fabric, and heating and cooling ducts. Then you've got the Palicinium, which is the fuzzy mold, which is blue, grey, and yellow. Is often found under carpets in the basement and installation, especially when you've been water damage. And then you've got the apralism, which is green, white or grey, which are dark spots and powdery look. Yes, that's what's growing in my clothes, and as such. Yes, that has that powdery look, which is a type of mold that doesn't need much ventilation. It thrives in fabrics, walls, attics, and basements, as well on dry food items. Oh boy, that's scary. There are other molds that aren't found indoors, are often as listed above, but you may find them, in your home. These include Allineria, which is the fuzzy mold, which is white and with black spots. It tends to grow in fabrics, wallpaper, near windows, and air conditioners, and bathrooms and kitchens. You got the aerobatism. This mold is pink, black spots, which is most commonly found on wood, walls, chalking, and gout. Oh my God, I just can't get over, the mold, what it can do and what it's happening as an individual, and the effects it can do to a person. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblogsaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B. And also you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Also you can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, theblogsaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, Saratalks@gmail. You can drop me a text, 818-963-9183. Also, you can jump on the socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Jump on the website, which is theblock105.com, every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email, Saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, you can drop me a text. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, we're talking about, the mold. Mold can make you sick. Symptoms of mold exposure. Having mold in your home won't necessarily make you sick, but also has a potential to cause some, health issues. Touching and inhaling mold spores can cause allergies like symptoms such as runny nose and congestions, eye irritation, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, skin rash, headaches, lung irritation, and wheezing. Mold exposure is not an emergency for most people, but however, you should let your doctor know if you have any health conditions, put you in greater risk of complication, and believe you're experiencing symptoms of mold-related infections. Read more about mold exposure complications. Mold in the house. which, it is actually scary because I know it is just everywhere in my apartment, which is absolutely, absolutely sick. I can't believe what is effect, because it's just, gives me really, really horrible headaches and migraines. I get depressed. I'm down and out. I have no energy. I didn't understand what was going on, and it's all mold-related issues. Mold in the house. Mold can be black, white, spotted, or just about any color. It can appear powdery, cottony, or velvety. If you notice a spot that you aren't sure, and just an old stain or a splotch of dirt, here's how to tell if you could be a sign of mold problems. It can be musty, earthy smell. They're a nearby source of moisture, but not much light. You're wrapping, cracking, and peeling wherever material is growing. A drop of bleach, lightens in color in a minute or two. Unchecked mold will continue to grow. Dirt and old stains won't. How common is mold in buildings? Mold is very common in homes and buildings. A study in 2017 found mold in every public building studied an average about 14 incidents of mold per building. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Another 2012 review study involving 31 European countries found mold in 1 in 6 in homes. The author noted that the mold can vary, greatly depending on the regional climate. This mold talk is just actually disgusting and just making me sick. You're listening to Sara Talks Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text at 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email at theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text at 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday 8 p.m. or every Friday 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog.saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only The Block 105 Radio every Friday 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. I'm on every Friday 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can shoot me an email at theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblock.saratalks@gmail.com. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You can drop me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Guys, we're talking about mold. I'm going through it. It is gone, and it's just horrible, in a sense of like the effects that it has and what it's on your body. How do you get rid of mold? Outdoor mold releases tiny spores and floats through the air. These spores can enter your home via doors, windows, heating and conditioning vents, clothing and shoes and pets. Once mold spores get inside, they can grow in the right direction. Mold spores grow in spaces with moisture, such as in sinks, bathtubs, showers, near leaky pipes, around windows, in basements, crawl spaces, and attics. They can latch onto a variety of materials, including fabrics, carpet, paper, wood, ceiling tiles, dust, paint, wallpaper, and insulation. How do you know if you have a mold problem? Anytime you see a smell of mold in your house, it's a problem. All types of mold can potentially cause health issues and need to be removed. Mold starts as little spots which grows quickly, which usually notice in the early on, unless an out of way location. What causes it? Mold is everywhere and everyone breathes it, and mold spores. Mold allergies occurs when your immune system overreacts to certain types of mold, which your body considers to be an allergen, which results to symptoms such as sneezing and nasal congestions. So, it is scary. You need to look after yourself. It is a real thing. It is scary, 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 because I'm living and I'm going through it now. Please, please, please look after yourself. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can shoot me an email at theblog, saratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, you can drop me a text, you can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You're listening to the Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You can drop me an email, theblock, saratalks@gmail.com. Every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, we are talking about good old, kitties. Cats, as I have told you many, many times before, which I'm a foster parent. I have one now. Her name is Lily, baby Lily. She's a Calio, long-haired Calio, and she is a true delight. I absolutely adore her. Them two are just up to no good. My next-door neighbor has a domestic, gray little kitty, and he is a character himself. He is just taken baby Lily as he's like the big uncle, the super funky uncle. It's amazing to watch how my little Lily, she was very scared and very skittish and very shy, and now she is just blossom into her own personality. It is just absolutely wonderful to see. It's absolutely wonderful to watch. To see how this little darling is it's just amazing. And I love it because it is just brings me joy. in a sense of it is just amazing how this little darling, as I said, she came to me as a mess, and now she's got her own personality. She is just adorable, and more adorable. Baby Lily, she had a rough start. You know what I mean? Like, it's just this little munchkin. Like, she has so much personality. She has so much spunk. She's turned into this beautiful, gorgeous, regal, cat, where she is just adorable. Like, as I said, she came from a rough beginning. Now, she came to me with skin and bones, but now she is just absolutely she's got her own personality. She's allowed to be herself. She's allowed to just, blossom into her own little, meow meow. You know what I mean? In a sense of, it's just, it's just crazy. It's just all these little kitties. I just love these cats. And, as I said, I'm a foster parent, and I'm only until she gets a home. And she's just adorable. Apparently they found the siblings of Lily. They've got her fix. They've asked me, do you think I could socialize? You know what I mean? These little kitties are just adorable in a sense of, like, they're the best. I don't know. I just love cats. A few weeks back I had 3 cats going. I had my neighbor's kitty, which I was actually co-parenting. Then I had my own foster cat, and then I had a friend of a friend. She actually recommended me to cat sit, and it was just adorable. It was like lots of kitties all in such a short period of time. I'm proud to be a foster parent and a foster kitty or foster care for cats. You're listening to Sara Talks Solutions. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You can shoot me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. Jump on my socials, which is my IG account, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Guys, we're talking about little kitties. I'm a foster parent for cats and dogs. I have got a little Calio little kitty, and she is just adorable, and more adorable. The cat or the little kitties is referred as a domestic cat or a house cat, is a small domesticated, mammal. It's only domesticated species from, the family. Advances and genetics have their own. The domesticated and cat occurred in the northeast around 7500 BC. There's all different types of, things about cats. What 10 facts about cats? 10 interesting facts about cat probably didn't know. Cats can rotate their ears 180 degrees. Cats have a third eyelid. A group of cats called clouder. Cats have excellent sense of smell. Cats' purrs can help and heal bones. Cats are desert creature at heart. Cats have a flexible spine. What do cats do throughout the day? Cats like to play with toys, and those who do not go outside often play or hunting indoors. Some cats, especially those that live outdoors, may less sociable than people and other animals. Cats sleep for many hours each day. When they are awake, they need opportunities to exercise and play. Oh my gosh, my two little darlings of these kitty cats. They are just, cute, 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 naughty, 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 but I love them to death. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Guys, we're talking about little kitty cats. Do cats love their owners? And the answer is a resounding yes. Cats often feel the love quite strongly for their owners and other companions. They're just sometimes a little more subtle about it than dogs. Have you ever asked yourself, what does cats think about their owners? The answer is they think pretty highly of us. Oh, I know they love us. I know. They're just adorable. Do cats know that they're cute? Of course they do. I know they do. According to a recent study, cats are a blast. The cuteness are a level up to 100, and if they think it will, get them in early or more hearty meals. Cats know they're cute. Oh my gosh. And they know that you love them and they are cute. And they use their feline wheels to lure you into forking over some extra yum yum. They know. Oh my goodness, these kitties. They have got me wrapped around their fingers. You listen to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can drop me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on the website, theblock105.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can shoot me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. Also, jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You're listening to Sara Talk Solutions. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. You can drop me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on the website, theblock105.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B. You can shoot me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on the website, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. We're talking about little kitties. They know that we love them. I love them. I have a foster and I have my neighbors, which is, they're just adorable. How long do cats sleep? They sleep anywhere from 12 to 16 hours a day. More than half the cats sleep 12 to 18 hours a day. Few source, nearly 40% of cats sleep more than 18 hours per day. As they grow older, a majority of cats sleep more hours each day than they did in their younger years. Yep, I believe it, and I believe it. My little Callio, baby Lily, which is my foster kitty, and then I have my co-parenting neighbor, which is River. Them two, they just give each other so much bundles of joy. They're just absolutely adorable, and that's why I'm a proud foster parent. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on the website, theblock105.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on the website. You can drop me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on my socials, Aussie_Sara_LA. Guys, we are talking about the good old little kitties, the kitties, where it is just amazing. How do cats say I love you? Cats show that by rubbing against you, purring when patted, and of course curling up next to you. Oh my gosh, these little darlings. The kitties, does cats know how to, yeah, they do. Cats get sad when they're left alone. Yes, of course. Contrary to popular belief, cats do experience loneliness, and it can significant impact on their mental and physical health. While cats may not show their feelings in the same way as humans do, but they can become stressed, anxious, and left alone way too long. Yes. And that's why I am a foster parent and a foster kitty, which I absolutely adore, because I just know that they can't be by themselves too long. It's not right, it's not fair. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can shoot me an email, theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to Miss Sara B. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on my socials, Aussie_Sara_LA. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You're listening to Miss Sara B. You can jump on the website, which is theblock105.com, every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my social, which is Aussie_Sara_LA. Drop me an email, which is theblocksaratalks@gmail.com. Drop me a text, 818-963-9183. You're listening to the one and only Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. you can shoot me an email, drop me a text. Love to hear from you. Love these emails. I respond to all emails because I know we all have something to say. We have to stay on top of it. We have to stay positive. We have to stay on top of like what we want and what we are. We just have to keep, each foot forward. That's all it is. That's all it is. Please keep your vibrations high. Stay positive. Stay focused. Exercise. Eat right. Sleep well. Do all the good things. Get some good sunshine. Eat, healthy foods. This all plays for a good, healthy well-being. You're listening to Miss Sara B, and I'm your host. You can jump on the website, the blog, Sara Talks. You can drop me an email, theblogSaraTalks@gmail.com. I'm on every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, you can jump on my socials, which is Aussie_Sara_LA.
Hi, I'm Geraldine Glass, and I'm excited to share a new healing music offering, an extended version song called Joy Reboot, a unique fusion of pop, classic, rap, soundscapes, and funk to inspire collaboration and bring unity through sound. For us, Joy Reboot is music medicine, out now with Electrocast Records.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Peter.
We're the founders of Electrocast Media, bringing you great podcasts like Nightmare Road Stories, Tech Talk Revolution, and Bodacious Minds.
Electrocast networks include Ruby for female empowerment, the Best Business Network, and GPN for geopolitics. We built this company to create community and amplify diverse voices, and we really appreciate your support.
So, keep listening to Electrocast podcasts and hear the culture.
Electrocast.